from the gone there in the 10th, and was that a situation where you're kind of forced to send him out there?
Yeah, it was a big ask. We, as excited as you are that Ellie hits the home run, we were feeling it in our bullpen. We had a couple guys not available. We had one guy emergency. To try to get another inning, I thought was our, because his first inning wasn't a terrible amount of pitches, but it's still a big ask.
You had a couple situations where it could have been a different game, and then magnified when it's a 1-run game on the base pass. Steer gets caught off third. Joe tries to steal third in the 80. What'd you think?
Yeah, Connor he's trying to make something happen and by his own admission, he said, I tried to make something happen. I shouldn't have. I get it. With Steer at third, I don't want to give everything away, but we have runners where we're not going on contact, but if they see something, they can go. He just got caught where when he didn't go right away, then I don't think he knew if it was going to go over the pitcher's head, and he got caught in no man's land.
Do you think guys since you have a lack of offense right now, just trying to press to get runs in situations like that?
Well, no, I get your point.
Yeah.
I just think Spencer got caught where he didn't know if the ball was going over the pitcher's head, because he wasn't going on contact. He didn't. If he goes right away, he probably makes it easily, but he's not going on contact. So it was difficult. He he got hit on the this arm, and then the other hand. He got X-rays and everything came back okay. We're going to get him MRI'd in the morning just to make sure he's okay.
So the right wrist was hurt on the collision?
The other whatever wrist got hit, and it was the left coming down. He said he jammed it in the ground.
Would you want to see De La Cruz peel back a little bit on that play, or is that just a play?
I don't know how shoot, man. That's the play that the only player in baseball makes that play is Ellie. And he damn near did there too.
Offensively, was it good to see him really drive some balls in the air tonight?
What's that?
Offensively, was it good to see him drive some balls in the air tonight, including obviously a great homer?
I don't think it's ever a bad thing to see guys drive the ball in the air.
You've been shut out, I think, 3 out of the last 4 games. If there was a secret sauce, you would have the ingredient or the recipe. What do you do in a situation like this as a manager?
You know what? When it's not the easiest to believe, I think you have to. I know if I came in and I started throwing stuff, I don't know if I'd really want to play for me. I just try to put guys in a position where they can. I thought tonight, you go back, the ball that Joe hit, I thought nobody had a chance to catch that ball. So those plays turn a game.
You didn't have a chance to ask you before the game because of the timing and everything with your relationship with Pete. What do you make of the news today?
I don't really. I didn't get a chance to really look at it. We were talking about weather and pitching and everything. Can I give you a better answer tomorrow when I've thought about it? Because it's something that needs to be thought about.
On the positive side, when you're Abbott.
Very good. The run he gave up was the one where it's a leadoff double on the little blooper to center. He was really good.
McClain, great double in that first at bat. Do you feel like he took well kind of to the lineup change today?
Well, in a perfect world, I'd love to hit the top of the order because I think that's going to be our best batting order. Just want to get him going, and once he is, because I do think he fits really well at the top of the order.
Thank you. What was working best for you tonight?
Mixing and matching. Steve-O called an outstanding game, keeping those guys off balance. We didn't want to fall behind. They're still a good hitting team. They could take advantage of bad pitches, missed spots, crappy spin and whatnot. So just emphasis on finishing everything, mixing it up, keeping them off balance as much as possible.
It's like a little misfortune for you in the fourth with the ball dropping in bloopers. What was your view of that play?
I couldn't really see the ball, where it hit or where it landed, but, obviously in that moment I'm not really worried about the hit or whatever's going on. I'm more worried about, Tej and Ellie, making sure both of them got up and everything was fine. It is unfortunate for a run, but also in the same moment, it's more important about teammates in that situation.
When there's a situation where the team's just not, going through a stretch of not scoring runs, is that just something you've got to keep out of your mind, that you can't let that enter your brain when you're trying to do your job?
Yeah, I mean, those guys are working their tail off. I mean, they're in the cage 3, 4, 5 hours before the game. I mean, they're working with, Chris on hitting. They're working on everything. So, we have discussions with them. We're like, hey, just keep going. There's going to be moments in the season where you're going to pick us up. And, that we know that those are going to be coming soon. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully everybody plays, good at the same time for the rest of the season. But, obviously it's not always cookie cutter like that. So just trying to be there. Obviously we don't really worry about it. My job's to go get outs, go as long as you can. Just worry about going out and doing your job, and then, they're going to pick you up.
The team wasn't able to hold on in extras, but at the time in the ninth inning, did it feel big to just kind of have one of those moments, which maybe you haven't had a ton of this year as a team, that big late hit in the ninth inning?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no better guy to do it than Ellie. I think any one of our 9 starters or anybody on the bench could have been that guy to step up. We just have that character about the team, and as I alluded to earlier, they're continuing to work, right? It may have been bad for the first 8 or whatever, but those guys are continuing to work, and we have all the confidence that come tomorrow, come every game in the future, those guys are going to be ready.